but
So
it's like
excited about that.
that's
What's up?
that's
Happy
what's so
Tuesday
important,
indeed, Tina.
guys. So
What's up? Good
it
morning on
all starts to
Facebook
come
and LinkedIn.
together, the
Today we're going to
brand,
talk
the
about how you
messaging,
can
the
be
marketing, and then the
everywhere
sales.
your right
Yeah, I think I heard someone
customers
start
are.
on mic. I
How
think I had about
you
a
can
minute.
be everywhere.
Who was
Hello,
that?
David Hill. How are you? It's Ramona.
So
Ramona.
let's
Holy
listen
cow,
in.
what's
Hello.
up,
I just wanted
Ramona?
to chime in and let you know what a great segment you have done this morning. And everything that you actually shared reminded me of a couple of acronyms that maybe can be a takeaway for a couple of people, but hones in on all of the tips that you just gave. So ABC is always be closing. So you're knocking out those rebuttals as you are actually closing. You already know that most people will come up with the time rebuttal, or I have to check in with my spouse rebuttal, and think, or money rebuttal, of course. And then there's the other, which is ABP, which is always be promoting, which is directly connected to your message, which is MMM, your message to marketing match. So what is your message to marketing match? It all should connect and should speak volumes directly to your ICA, which is your ideal customer avatar. So I definitely just wanted to chime in and let you know what a great job. You were on fire, commanding and demanding and all of the above today. So I
Come on,
definitely just wanted to
Ramona.
let you know that I really enjoyed your segment.
Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you. I always enjoy listening to you as well. And yes, always be promoting, always be a brain surgeon. That's, I think maybe in my next life, that's what I'll decide to do, be a brain surgeon. But anyway, for now, I am going to toss it over to the one and only Mr. Ramon. Are you with us, Ramon?
Hey,
Yes,
what's
sir.
up, David? I am here.
The
Thank you for your
CEO, celebrity CEO.
Hey, David,
personal
I am here.
branding,
Good to have you here, man. How are you
the,
doing? All right?
the myth. I had a breakfast with Ramon, man. You should have seen the pile of pancakes. This guy, he's no joke, man. Him and I, it was awesome. It was so nice to have break bread with you, Ramon, and just get to know you a little bit better. So I just want to say I appreciate that, brother. And thank you for the time.
And David Hill, I feel exactly the same about you. One of the smartest, actually, you're the fourth smartest guy in the world that I know. I can't tell you who the other three are. That's a confidential list. So David, absolutely good hanging with you as well. Get to know you better and your fitness routine and regimen and how you love your family. It's an upliftment to me. So David Hill, can we give it up for David Hill? Thanks, David Hill. In the chat, give him some love. I'm live, David Hill, across platforms, live on IG. Dr. Jeannie has joined. My boy Joel is here, and more here are well. David Hill just poured into us all about sales and more on the Clubhouse side, and we are live on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on Facebook, and more. And to also spread the news, we're not going to talk about this right now because I'm live beyond just the Clubhouse platforms. But yes, we are diving into Twitter Spaces following Glenn Lundy's lead. Everything will be thoughtfully done. We were considering kind of a refresh programming starting this coming week, meaning this Monday, but we'll probably hold off on that to the week after so we can align with our host and talk to them how they can be a part of this transition again as we follow into some new territories following the lead of our founder of Breakfast with Champions, Glenn Lundy. So I just wanted to definitely say that as well. Stars Tina's asking me about my Ernie doll that some of you can see on the IG side. He keeps me company as well. Maybe that sounded creepy, but that's what it is. Today we're going to dive into, by the way, I want to say Mike Zeller is not so well. He's getting over some sickness. For those of you, especially on the Clubhouse side, definitely continue to keep Mike Zeller in your prayers and thoughts. Those of you who know him, do me a favor. Can you DM him right now on IG, Mike Zeller? Make sure you have the right profile and not some hacked profile. And just let Mike Zeller know that you're thinking about him, you're praying for him if you're a person of prayer, and that you wish him a speedy recovery. DM Mike Zeller now on IG across platform. Take a little selfie, whatever you want to do. Let him know you're thinking about him and tell him that Ramon sent you. Will you please do that for me? Definitely let Mike Zeller know you're thinking about it. Today I want to talk about, I got a short 30-minute segment. So it's great to be here, Dr. Jeannie. Good to have you here as well. And I want to talk about what I talk about quite a bit, but I hope that every time I talk about it, it gives you more lessons, gives you more tips, gives you more insights, gives you more something to think about. And that's how you can be everywhere your perfect client is at. Hey, what's up, Renee? Glad to have you here. And I want to say that to you through a story and through a lens that I want to share with you right now. And this happened to me just a few hours ago. Those of you watching the live stream on video, you'll see what I'm about to show you. Just a few hours ago, somebody in a group that I'm in showed me this picture of myself where I was on a podcast. And what they said to me was, Ramon, I see you. And they posted this to a common group we're at with many, many other people. Now, this happens to me quite a bit, not because I'm anything, but I've been doing this for many, many years, and I'm sharing with you how you can do this too. This concept of, Ramon, we see you everywhere. Now, of course, I'm not literally everywhere. President Biden definitely is seen zillions of more places than I am. President Trump is seen in zillions of more places than I am. Any celebrity, LeBron James, take your pick, any famous movie star, athlete, Chris Tucker, whoever you want to give, has seen much more than me. But Ramon Reyes still often said and told, Ramon, I see you everywhere. And that's what I want to touch on briefly today, how you can do that too and why that's so important. I talk about, of course, this framework in Celebrity CEO, one of my latest books, the Celebrity CEO Blueprint, which I welcome you to get if you haven't. I've said it a billion zillion times. You can get that, celebrityceo.com/blueprint. And I talked about this last night on my coaching call for Celebrity CEO Coaching. Talked about this last night. And the aspect of you can be everywhere. You deserve, in fact, I would dare say, to be everywhere if your products and service are good, if you're the best at what you do, as David Hill said, not the discounted brain surgeon or heart surgeon or any other medical professional for that matter, but the best. If you're the best and if you have a solution for what people need, if you have a solution that people need, I'm learning more and more. It's a disservice for you not to be everywhere they are so that they can feel comfortable, so you get the attention, build the trust, and they can buy from you. It's a service. It's a service. If my toilet is clogged and there's a plumber that can help me, the best plumber that can help me getting any other plumber is a disservice. So when the person showed me this picture, again, as I share this, hey, what's up, Dunkluggers NYC, my peeps, what's up? As I shared this last night, or I shared this just now, this picture that I'm sharing in the video live stream, when they said, Ramon, we see you here in this group, it got me thinking. I didn't tell them anything directly. They saw me on a podcast. They saw me somewhere else. So here's a few things I want you to keep in mind as you consider how can you be everywhere? How can you be everywhere? And again, why should you be everywhere? Not everywhere to people who are irrelevant to you, not that kind of everywhere, no. But how can you be everywhere to the right, perfect customer that is a fit for you? When I look at my squad on Breakfast with Champions on Clubhouse, how can Mary Lynn be everywhere? How can Dr. Change be everywhere? How can Renee be everywhere? How can Dora, well, Renee is actually everywhere. She's all over the world. How can Dora Maria be everywhere? How can Michelle be everywhere? How can Ramona be everywhere? How can these amazing community be everywhere if they choose? How can they be everywhere? That's what I want to touch on today and edit and talk about some of the things that I'm doing in my business that are working and that you can do as well. And again, I've had years of doing this, but I encourage all of you have the opportunity to do this as well. So tip number one and thought number one, as you're thinking about how can you be everywhere, is to be everywhere, you have to be everywhere. Sounds like a no-brainer. What's up, Thrive Loud, Lou Diamond? What's up, Mr. Podcast Man himself? Love me some Lou Diamond. What's up, brother? To be everywhere, you have to be everywhere. And Lou, you got a plan for you to be on here too, brother, for sure. Right now I'm live streaming on other platforms too, so it'd be kind of like awkward thing, but I would bring you here. But we're going to plan that, brother. And what does that mean? That means similar. To be strong, you have to be strong. To be smart, you have to be smart. Now, it sounds weird, but to get to that level, you have to do the right studies to get the education. To be strong, you have to work out, go to the gym, do push-ups, whatever it is, do pull-ups to get strong. So similar way. To be everywhere, you got to be everywhere. And I'll share out what some of those ways can be in a minute. And as you're on this rubric of being everywhere, of being more seen, as I talk about in the Celebrity CEO framework, get attention to build trust to then make sales. Get attention to build trust to then make sales. Many people say it many different ways, but it all leads to the same principles. When I used to work at Keep, there was a principle I said, date your leads, marry your customers. It was a similar principle. Thank you, Dr. Jeannie. I appreciate you. That's right. Dr. Jeannie says, why are you joining remote in the room on Monday nights where we do our celebrity CEO coaching? And those who are interested, you can just see that at celebrityceo.com/coaching. So that's the principle of being everywhere. Not only do others see you, others who you want to buy from you, but it's others see you also who may not buy from you, can refer business to you. It's also others see you, not only can buy from you, not can refer business to you, but can just keep you in mind as they may be future customers or referral sources. Maybe it's others who see you who are not going to buy from you, who are not going to refer you, but can put you on other platforms as well. And this has been my game, my journey so long. It's not been the people who bought from me. It's not been the people who refer business to me, but it's often been the people who put me on other platforms. This has been one thing that we often miss out and forsake. When I think about me testifying to the United States Congress, when I think about Seth Godin emailing me one day and asking me, Ramon, can you work on a project with me? When I think of just recently, Gary Vaynerchuk saying, Ramon, and his team saying, Ramon, can you host VCon with us? When I think of the folks at Social Media Marketing World, saying, Ramon, can you be a host at Social Media Marketing World? Not because I'm anything per se, but this is something that all of you can do too. Since I'm everywhere and God's given me little bit of grace in a certain area of communication. I can't spell well. I go too fast. I slur over my words oftentimes. But there's something that I do that some people like. And this is what's helped. And you can do it too. As I look at the hosts we just had on Breakfast with Champions on the Clubhouse side, again, I'm live streaming this across a variety of platforms, but David Hill just talked. He has amazing graces that I don't have. One of the best sales, as it were, use that word, best sales people ever, whether it's cold calling, objection handling, and more. He does it better than anybody else. That's his grace, his lane. And all of you have that. When I think of my colleague, Renee Noor, with her fashion, and uplifting women and more, and global traveler. That's a grace and a lane she does better than anybody else. So I encourage you, what do you have that people need to see you everywhere? The other power of being seen everywhere, got about 20 minutes to go in this segment, is the aspect of ask yourself, and we talked about this, touched on this a bit in the coaching call last night. What communities are you in? I dabble and play in several different communities where I uplift and pour into those community members. I'm a member of the National Speakers Association. Been a member of there for, many, many years. Going to many of our chapter locations and speaking for free. Going to our events where I pay a ticket to attend, I pay for the hotel to attend, and I buy an airline ticket just to attend. So that's the National Speaker Association. What watering pools are you in? I'm a member of Lamar Tyler's Traffic Sales and Profit Mastermind. It's a pretty pricey program for me. It's about $30,000 to be in that program. But I'm determined to uplift myself. And as I'm in that new community, as I'm in that pool in that community, I'm up-leveling myself. I'm growing and rising with others. Another community I'm in is Breakfast with Champions. This community has transformed my life. I've heard things that I never have heard before, or I didn't listen to them the same way. And I see her on the stage here right now. We got Dr. Tanja, who just came in the room. We got Mary Lynn, of course, one of our hosts, our room concierges, our room curators in the room. Christine and Doris here as well, and Renee and Michelle. As I said before, many other crew who we roll with. Limitless got Doris' book on her profile. Love it. Colo's here. And Robert. What's up, Robert? Good to see you, man. Who I met through Scott Simons and Tommy and so many others, even those in the audience. So this Breakfast with Champions has been a community that I've been a part of. It didn't start on day one. I just joined. I just showed up. But this community has helped me be a better husband, be a better father. I wake up earlier. I'm more cognizant of my health. How can you not be cognizant of your health with somebody like Dr. Tangi in your feed? When I feel like dipping my hot knife into a slice of Mrs. Smith's apple pie with a pint of Hunger Dodge ice cream put in the microwave for 6 seconds, I think of Dr. Tangi. Let me go back to my regular programming. So that my point is, this community has helped me. When I think of high energy and fitness and getting out there, I think of Stars Tina. Yeah, everybody here does a few different things, but you can't help but be what you're known as, no matter what you say. No matter what you say. David Hill can say all day long he's the health guy, but that's not the mantle he carries, right? He carries the mantle of being, I'm the sales guy. So my point is, going back to my point is, communities are important. If you want to be seen everywhere by your ideal customer, referral source, or somebody who can uplift you, understand and audit what communities are you in. Is it worth it for you to be in said community? You shouldn't feel bad about leaving a community. I've done that. I've been in and out of communities. If the community is not serving you, get out. Let me be clear what service means. There's one particular, which I'm not going to say the name, one community me and my wife are in, and it's benefiting us to some degree, yes. But the bigger reason we're here in that community is because we know people in that community need us. And I felt in my heart, we have to stay in this community. We have to stay where we're planted because people need us. So when I say if it's not serving you, leave, I don't mean only selfishly. It could be serving you because you're serving people who need you. So as we're talking today about how you can show up everywhere for your perfect future customer, this is what I'm talking about. This is how you show up everywhere, by being in community. Many of you are in communities. You're joining some groups, you're joining Facebook groups, you're joining a local chamber, you're doing this, that, and the other, and you're wondering, nobody notices me. Nobody's calling upon me. Why aren't they seeing me? Because you're not doing jack, diddly, or squat. That's why. You're joining the community, you click the button, but you're not doing nothing. You're not being a part of it. And as we talked about before, I do want to be careful of one thing, as we talked about in T.M. Hyman and some others and I were talking about it. Sometimes you are a member of a community, but I want you to be crystal clear. It may not be your time. Maybe you're not as good as this or that as you think I am, if that makes sense. If that makes sense. If that's clear. Meaning there's been places before, I can imagine 10, 20 years ago, whatever it may be. And maybe I thought I was a great keynote, a great event host, for example. But maybe I had a bit more to go to be the event host I thought I could be. Thank you, Dr. Jeannie, for taking some time to be into the LinkedIn streams today. Yes, Dr. Jeannie. Ramon is known to have a grocery list with healthy drinks and ice cream on the same list. Yes, 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 indeed. So this is how you can show up and be everywhere. What's up, Alphabet Social? What's up, Prince? Good to see the IG community coming out in force. So what are some tactical things? There's nothing new that you don't know, but you may be refreshed and learn some things that you need to know today. One is leveraging the power of social media. Yeah, you know this already, but I find that social media still continues to be an underutilized tool. What's up, Jeremiah's in the house? Good to see you, Jeremiah. Me and Jeremiah met at Social Media Marketing World. What an amazing human he is, an amazing video production agency, Jeremiah Erof. You definitely want to see him, especially on the LinkedIn side. You can find him there. Leverage social media. Facebook Lives, Twitter Lives, LinkedIn Lives, Snapchat Lives, TikTok Lives, Clapper Lives. I just joined Clapper. I don't know how long I'll be on there, but my friend Barbara Majeski said, check it out. So I'm checking it out. We'll see. We'll see. But social media is powerful. And it's not just using it. I'm getting on there. It's how you use it too. Are you showing value every time you show up? Are you dropping gems? And if you're just showing stupid cat videos, sorry. Then, well, that's that. You get back what you deserve. So, 4 of the things that we're going to close down the live stream on video, and I'm going to jump into the Clubhouse segment. Oh, man. Lee Hayes is in the house as well. I've been rolling with Lee Hayes for a while, and she's an amazing professional speaker, choraler. I'll put it that way. And I'm proud to say I'm in her stable of speakers with pride and distinction. Good to have you here, Lee Hayes. So a few things you can do. One, you want to begin to spread seeds. Here's the interesting thing about seeds. This apple that I have right here in front of me right now. I bit that bite way too big. So, way too big. And so I have a dilemma. I can chew it up right here on camera, or I can not have it in my mouth, or I can choke to death. I think I prefer to chew it up. You can hear a bit of chewing for a bit of time, or I'll just keep it in my mouth like a squirrel or a chipmunk or a gerbil. I don't know which one it is. Point being, get back on track. Spread seeds. Oh, that's where I was at. This apple wouldn't be here if somebody wouldn't plant the seed. And it takes some time. Start to plant seeds. Well, you're so welcome. So podcast is one way that you can begin to spread seeds of your brand. And not even you having to have your own podcast, you being on other people's podcasts. But to be on other people's podcasts, you got to be able to add value to them. They have to have some reason why they want you. So podcasts, spread seeds. Number two, spread seeds of your brand at events. Let me be clear. Me and my friend, Trevor Houston, part of the Breakfast with Champions community, we are producing together an event in Dallas, Texas. We aim to probably have about 100 or more people at that event. bwcdaily.com/Dallas23. bwcdaily.com/Dallas23. Some amazing speakers are there. Yvonne Kistner, who's built the Avocados from Mexico campaign, multi-billion-dollar campaign on the Super Bowl and more. Amber Legaro, I always get her name confused, will be there, and so many of others from the BWC stage, Chas Wilson and more. Point being, yes, it's the event itself which is important. Absolutely, the event itself is important. But do you know maybe, as I chew this apple that I bit way too big, that's more important than the event itself? It could be us spreading the brand to the people who are not going to attend. You may say, Ramon, what? You got to have ticket sales. You're right. But see, I wish I had another 4 hours. Y'all don't understand sometimes the game that I play. Sometimes people looking at the target right here, but when you want to build your brand, when you want to build your personal brand, you got to be 10 chess moves ahead. This event, yeah, there's the ticket sales. We hope we don't lose money at this event. We can bring together our community of the Breakfast with Champions community and beyond. Bring more people into the BWC fold. Let them know more about the motivation, education, inspiration, the dose of positivity that we do every single day. Yes. But do you know how many tens of thousands of people that the brand is being spread? Think about the speakers who are there. Chas Wilson, Kim Walsh Phillipson, David Hill, and many others. Do you know we're promoting them? It's not even about the people in the room. Do you know how much their brand is being uplifted just by being on my stage, even pre-event marketing? Do you understand that concept? So some people look at events and you're so short-sighted. Oftentimes, it's not the thing you're doing, that's the thing you're doing. It's the thing you're doing that's way beyond the thing you're doing that becomes the thing you're doing. I have no clue what that means. No clue. But I hope it sounded smart. So this is my point. Even doing events, even if the amount of people you thought wanted to come didn't come, sometimes you have to create something to create something. My book, Celebrity CEO. Yeah, it sold a lot of copies. Yes, I get royalty checks every single month. I'm blessed that this book is transforming lives and helping people. But there is more people that have not bought the book and have seen the book, have seen my brand, have come to my website than have bought the book. You get my point? So sometimes you just got to do stuff, and people forget all about that. Yes, I over-index and not being focused enough on the details and the numbers. That's my fault. I need to do better in that, and I'm fixing that. But many of you over-index on the details that you forget the beauty of just doing it. You forget that beauty. You have a beautiful rose in your window. There's only a few people that can actually come into your house and touch the rose. Your mama, your daddy, your 3 snotty-nosed kids, and the Amazon dude. Well, if the Amazon dude's in your house touching your roses, that's a problem. But you get my point. Only a few people. But how many thousands of people are passing by the window and see the beauty of that rose? This is what personal branding is like with the Celebrity CEO framework. I hope you're getting that. Listen, my name is Ramon. It's been great to live stream here on the IG side. IG, what's up? Glad you guys are here. Thanks for joining me here when I go live. Really appreciate it, and I hope it's helpful. If this message has been helpful to you, share this out. Hit the share button and share it. I'm going to stop the IG feed right now. I'm also going to stop the feed on live streaming on YouTube and Facebook, on Twitter and LinkedIn. Colo, thanks for being here, Colo. I appreciate you joining here. Appreciate all of you being here. If this is helpful and you're watching this on a video feed, feel free to share this. Give some comments. Let me know this is helping and share this out with somebody else. Glad you're here as